Hello, we're going to do our contour lip video with 3 different types of lips. So you're going to do this in your sketchbook and upload it to Schoology with your name in the bottom right hand corner. The first thing I want to show you is the anatomy of the lips. You can find all of this in Schoology. So what we're going to be focusing on is really capturing this vermilion border, mostly later on when we start shading around the lip. You need to be aware of it being there. Cupid's bow, the philtrum right here, outlining that so that you can define the Cupid's bow. We also want to look at the things that are inside the lip that make the shape. Like there's 2 pockets under here that kind of make this part curve in the middle. The corners of the lip have these comma shapes, the oral commissioners, or I call them pits. These comma shapes are really important to avoid looking flat and pasted on. And we want to avoid drawing cartoon lips that look like this, where we just outline a lip shape. We want to look at lines that exist and lines that are not present, such as this part of this lip type 1 right here, where you can't really see the line where it connects because the tones in the lip are similar. So that's the same for this type 2 lips right here. You can't really see that line right there because the lips are very thin. Type 3, the lips are very defined and you can see the vermilion border, the white line at the top, and the mouth is slightly open. So you can also see in this particular type of lips the fat pockets that are underneath here that really define the bottom lip. So let's go ahead and get started. This is what your drawing should look like. When you're finished, you should have 3 different types of lips drawn in your sketchbook. You can just, label them type 1, 2, or 3. So we'll go ahead and get started. So for type 1, I'm going to start in the Cupid's bow and try and get that curve in the middle there. Try and draw very lightly, trying to match that contour. Now the contour doesn't go all the way to the corner, so I'm going to stop right there and then come to the other side. Same thing, it stops right about there, and I can always make corrections on these angles if I start putting the other parts of the lip together and feel like they're incorrect. Center of the mouth, everyone has a very unique line where it closes here, so I'm going to try and match that the best I can. The center of the mouth and where these pits in the corner are thicker lines, so we want to pay attention to our line quality. Are we using thick line, thin lines? Are they dark lines? Are they light lines? Where do these contour lines, what angle do these contour lines, are they soft? Okay, so this bottom part of the lip really is one big shadow. So what we could do here is a couple of things. We can curve this part up and then include that shadow into our lip shape. It's a little bit wide. So that shadow definitely contributes to the shape of the lips. So in this picture I can kind of see a little line right there, but not much. The tones are very much the same. So in the corners there is another shadow. So we just want to learn to mark where we see contour. There's some very subtle contour in this part of the lip. Okay, so it's just a simple contour drawing. We are going to begin learning to shade these things very soon, so just be patient. And know that we will be shading. Right now we're focusing on the line. All right, so let's look at type 2 of the lips. These are a little bit thinner. very light. If you look at the tone here, that vermilion border exists, but as it comes out, it's very light right there. Okay, so our bottom lip has a highlight under here. There's a line in the middle. Very faint line that comes up on the side here. So if you were to kind of put in the shapes of like the fat pockets that are under here, this would be very large and that would be small. This is tiny. These are a little bit larger. Something to be aware of. A little bit dark. Pay attention to your darkness or lightness of lines and see how close you can get them to what you see on the paper. Okay, so it's a very simple drawing of contour for type 2, the type 2 set of lips. Again, we'll put more details in later. Let's look at type 3. These are a little bit wider, so if you look at the size of the fat pockets inside the lips here, they're a little bit larger than the other two pairs. So again, I'm going to begin with the Cupid's bow. And then getting these two angles to match. When I drew it earlier, I had to work at this side for a little bit. I don't know why. But if that happens to you, just keep giving it your best shot and make corrections. So this top lip, since it's open a little bit, curves out. It's very flat though. So we want to look at the negative space that's the shape inside. See if we can match that shape. See this line right here, so I'm going to skip over it. So I know it's tempting to want to shade this and put in all the tonal details, but we are going to wait on that. We want to see what lines you can pull out of these images to really master the contour before moving on to shading. So once you've finished your drawings, you can go ahead and upload them to Schoology and have them all on one page for one submission.